My childhood was very, very chaotic. My mother was ill and she couldn't really care for me, and so I was constantly in trouble. We were constantly moving. We were homeless. We were, eating at soup kitchens, and it was very chaotic. I had a status offense against me, so I ended up having to go to juvenile hall, and I met Frank Moran.
Her sister kept getting tickets for loitering and blocking the sidewalk down on 8th Street. I said to the sister, "What school do you go to?" And she said, "I don't." Okay. And then I turned to Shannon and I said, "What school do you go?" "We don't go to school."
It was perfect timing when I met Frank, and somehow he just liked me right away. I was at a point in my life where I knew something was wrong and I wanted to change my life, but I didn't know how.
The School of the Arts was across the street at that time. So I went to the City Youth Now program, and there was a bunch of nice elderly women that worked there as volunteers, and I said, "You have any connections with ballet?" And one woman says, "Yeah, I do." I said, "Can you get these kids some lessons?"
It just took off from there. I started ballet, and that really catapulted me into a whole nother world. It was this big change from like the ghetto, completely poor, starving, into this whole other world. It was really a miracle. It just plucked me out of the circumstances I was in. It was my way out, and I just focused on it 1,000,000% and threw my whole self into it.
I was figuring she'd find out how tough it was and would bail.
Somehow my little young self knew that that was a way out, so I really plunged into giving it my all.
Shannon put on that ballerina stuff and just blossomed. Different person. One day she told me, "Well, I'm through with this school. I'm going to go to the San Francisco School of Ballet." "How are you going to do that?" "Well, City Youth Now is going to give me a scholarship."
City Youth Now raised money for my point shoes. They gave me a job answering phones for the ward officers. From 14 to 18, everything happened. It was like I was just so lucky. Frank just really took it upon himself to help me out all the time he was there.
What I did was nag, and every once in a while pick up a phone and call the City Youth Now and say, "Can you do this or that?" But no, Shannon's got 98% success on her own.
I feel like my story is, in a way, the American dream. Anyone can kind of become something, make something of themselves, no matter how poor they are. And I think some people can judge you based on where you come from and just write you off. But City Youth Now and Frank didn't, and that was incredible for me. That was so powerful for me, and that's all I needed. City Youth Now and Frank Moran gave me the tools and the support and a shoulder to lean on. I had never had that, and I still want to be involved so much because I understand that sometimes all a kid needs is someone to believe in them. You can't save everybody, but you can save maybe even one child, and even for one child, it's worth it. It's worth it.